Welcome to the AI for Oklahoma Classrooms podcast, a production of the Oklahoma State Department of Education's Office of AI and Digital Learning. I'm your host, Dr. Karen Leonard. I'm so glad you're here. We're starting this journey because we believe in the power of Oklahoma teachers. We know the passion you bring to your students, but we also know that Sunday night feeling, the mountain of grading, and the 3 different lesson plans you need for Monday morning. AI isn't here to replace the magic you bring to your classroom. It's here to be your ultimate teaching partner, helping you clear the busy work so you can get your weekends back and focus on what you love doing most, teaching. In our last episode, we explored how to transform AI into a Socratic tutor for our students, moving them away from chasing quick answers and guiding them toward deeper thinking through process-driven leading questions. Today, we're shifting our focus to a different kind of classroom hurdle, abstract concepts that leave our students staring at us with blank expressions. Specifically, the heavy jargon-filled walls of science curriculum. Whether you're introducing cellular respiration, explaining the invisible pulls of electromagnetic fields, or detailing the complexities of tectonic plate boundaries, science is full of abstract processes. As educators, we know that true comprehension happens when students can anchor a brand new complex concept to something they already understand. But let's be real. After a long day of teaching, trying to invent 3 different, highly accurate, student-friendly metaphors on the fly can completely drain your remaining mental energy. This is exactly where your AI intern can step in as a master science storyteller. Think of AI as a specialized drafting assistant that excels at language pattern matching. It has access to millions of everyday descriptions, sports analogies, and cultural references, and it can instantly cross-reference them with complex scientific theories. You aren't replacing your standard-aligned Oklahoma curriculum. You're simply using AI to build a conceptual bridge that helps students cross over from confusion to clarity. For example, imagine you're introducing the concept of the cell membrane and passive versus active transport to your middle schoolers. Instead of relying solely on the textbook definitions of semi-permeable and concentration gradients, you can ask your AI co-planner to brainstorm a relatable metaphor. In seconds, it might suggest framing the cell membrane as a security gate at an Oklahoma high school football game on Friday night. Some items, like students with tickets, pass right through these gates regularly and easily, mimicking passive transport. But large items or special equipment require extra energy, security clearance, and a dedicated entrance, perfectly illustrating active transport. By offloading the initial brainstorming to AI, you instantly have a vivid hook that grounds abstract science in a world your students already live in. For our educators in rural districts, this ability to rapidly repattern complex information is a major lifesaver. When you're the only science teacher in the building, perhaps teaching 8th grade physical science, biology, and chemistry all in the same afternoon, you're constantly switching gears. Your brain is wearing multiple hats, and the preparation required to make every single one of those preps engaging is massive. AI acts as your personal department co-chair. You can take one complex scientific standard and ask AI to generate a buffet of diverse analogies based on student interests. If you have a group of students who are completely obsessed with agriculture and ranching, you can ask AI to explain the water cycle or soil nitrogen fixation using common farm management practices. For the kids in the back who only want to talk about video games, You can ask AI to explain the layers of the Earth's atmosphere as defensive shields protecting a spaceship. The academic rigor and the Oklahoma academic standards remain exactly where they need to be, but the entry point is customized to meet the students where they are. As we always emphasize in this podcast, AI is a brilliant pattern matcher, but it has no heart, no moral compass, and absolutely no truth filter. Because AI prioritizes sounding fluent and helpful over being factually accurate, it can occasionally oversimplify a scientific metaphor to the point where the science actually breaks down. This is why you must always remain the head chef in your classroom. AI can hand you the raw ingredients and draft the first version of the story, but you are the expert who tastes the soup. You have to review the analogy to ensure it doesn't create scientific misconceptions. Your human expertise is what ensures the metaphor aligns perfectly with your lesson standards, while your unique connection with your students allows you to deliver that story with the passion only a real teacher possesses. At the end of every episode, we end with a tomorrow morning test, one specific, actionable AI win you can use in your classroom the very next day. I called this one the metaphor makeover hook. So first, identify one abstract science process or heavy vocabulary term you're scheduled to teach tomorrow that usually trips your students up. Open your favorite chatbot and type, "I'm an Oklahoma educator teaching," and put in your science concept, "to my," and then add your grade level, "class. Give me 3 student-friendly analogies to explain this process. One based on a sports stadium, one based on cooking, and one tailored to a popular student hobby like gaming." Then, review the options, apply your professional head chef filter to ensure scientific accuracy, and use your favorite analogy as the opening hook for your lesson tomorrow morning. What used to take 20 minutes now gives you extra time back in your life. Well, that's it for this episode. You're now using AI to translate complex jargon into meaningful connections, helping your students see the hidden patterns of science without burning out your own creative reserves. Next time, we'll dive into a fantastic strategy for our social studies and English teachers, exploring how to use AI to build historical interviews that bring primary source perspectives to life right inside your classroom. Thank you for joining me for this episode of AI for Oklahoma Classrooms, brought to you by the OSDE's Office of AI and Digital Learning. If you found today's episode helpful, please share it with a colleague who could use a little more time back in their day. Remember this: AI lightens the load. You bring the heart, the expertise, and make the impact in your classroom. See you next time.